Hello, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dr. J Official. And today, let's talk about literature search. Because if you don't do your literature search properly, then you may struggle to get a proper outcome of your study. I'm not saying the word desired outcome, because again, that leads to bias. So, what we are saying is that if you don't do your literature search properly, that that particular study may not be as significant. And when it comes to literature search, I think it's very important that you have a very precise research question in mind. Because if your research question is to the point, then the search becomes a lot easier. And I will share some examples here, like how to do the search and what words to include and what are those widely used databases where you can get your articles from. So this is one of the databases which is widely used, that is PubMed for medical research. So when you Google PubMed and you click on this, that is medical subject headings, you will see this. Now, when this page opens, just click here and click on all databases. Now, this is where what I will do is I'll make another copy of this so that you can compare the two search. So say, for example, I want to search on the articles or search on previous studies done on the use of aspirin in dementia. So if I'm writing aspirin and dementia, so I'm clicking on search here. So as you can see, this generates, the number of articles you can get from different sources. So as you can see, PubMed Central, there are these many articles, and so is in PubMed. But what you've done here is you've kept it very general, like, aspirin and dementia. But say if you want to be even more specific, right? And if you want to say that what are the benefits and say side effects of the use of aspirin in dementia. So as you can see, just bear this in mind that this is the search result you got. Now I'm being more specific here. Again, when you open a page, click on all databases, and now benefits and side effects of aspirin use in dementia. Now this is a lot more specific. And now if you click on the search result, and then you can see the difference. The number of articles have reduced, and in both these major databases, PubMed and PubMed Central. So if you compare the first one, 476, 11,000 plus, but then you've made it more streamlined, more structured, it has become less than half basically. So from almost 12,000, it has come to just over 4,000. So you can see the difference. What you've done is having a very structured question has lessened your work, and it has made your work a lot more organized and a lot more structured. If you even further streamline your research question, you can even drop the search down. So again, your research question depends on the inclusion and the exclusion criteria. But the purpose of sharing this is that how you search your articles, and that is appropriate use of the words and very precise use of words. Now, there are other databases as well where you can access articles from. One is Medline. So how do you search So like what I prefer is I prefer to click on Medline overview. Then there is resources for you. Click on for researchers. And then as you can see, you've got all the commonly used databases, PubMed, Medline, PubMed Central. So you can search articles from here as well. The other sources which I use frequently is ResearchGate. So again, you can type your search here. The advantage with ResearchGate is that you get all these articles. You can, if you don't have direct access to those articles, you can request full text directly from the author. So that is an advantage with ResearchGate. Then there is another portal called Academia. Now, even they've got loads of articles and research papers which you can access. So as you can see, these are just the few commonly used ones that I've shared. But actually, there are a lot more as well. But again, the more you look, the more confused you get. So I think it's very important that, I think if you ask me, PubMed is widely used and you can get a lot of articles from there. Medline is widely used. ResearchGate is widely used. The key is search, how precise your research question is, whether you've included and excluded your search criteria well, then you can get a more robust literature search. So as I showed you that if you compare with limited words and with precise words, there you can see a massive difference. And so you can narrow down your search and your articles, which makes your research, your study more structured and more streamlined. I hope this was useful. Please feel free to share any comments or feedback. That would be very helpful. And I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.